Hello and welcome back to Starfield. We are at the Stroud-Ecklund Staryard. We're sent here by Walter to help his team
if you need
to
anything.
create a ship, I guess. Very curious of how this goes, if we can actually create a new ship.
Okay, fine. Maybe we should all just go back and develop our ideas some more before Walter's consultant, friend, whatever they are, gets here. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend.
Yes.
Please, come join us. We've been waiting for
Talk
you.
with Barrett, okay?
Hi there. Hello.
Have you been leading the R&D team for long?
It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud-Ecklund.
Okay.
I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other Staryard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
So you're the project lead? What does that mean?
It means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us.
Okay. I'm here to speak to you about this new ship project.
You must be Walter's colleague.
Yeah.
He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Yeah, drop the passive aggression.
Yes, of course. I'm sure Walter had a great reason for choosing you. Let's get to it then.
Wow. Was not expecting that.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud-Ecklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Okay, so what's so hard about choosing what kind of ship to build?
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the team?
Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
Okay. I think I understand. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
Okay, what's wrong with the kitchen sink budget?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical, and the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs? And would something that expensive actually sell?
What kind of cuts would we have to make for the sensible design budget?
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
Okay. Why can't you use the original budget you were given?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
Okay. Smaller budget will help us focus the design. Let's stick with your sensible budget.
That sounds good to me, but remember, this ship will have fewer bells and whistles. We're not going to be
That's
able to
okay, we're
include
creating a
everything we
working
want.
class ship.
Frank's luxury design has the most expensive components, and we've been having trouble convincing him to move away from that idea so we can stay within the budget. We need his help. Do you think you can get him to budge?
Of course.
I am right here, you know?
Yes. Now, let's talk about what we can cut from your design, Frank.
I already gave my answer to Jules. We cut nothing.
You seem reasonable. Let's just think about this a bit more.
Okay, I'm thinking.
I'm sure you realize why it's important to stick to a reasonable budget. I can't imagine you'd let the project fail just to satisfy your ego. I'm sure if you're able to accomplish your goal with a lower budget, the board will take notice. Oh yeah, he seems quite ambitious.
It might be a good challenge, actually. And if I impress them, they'll be willing to give me more to work with next time.
There we go.
Fine. I see what you're saying. Perhaps we tone down the luxury aspects a bit. Does it really need so much gold trim?
Exactly.
Probably not.
Great, that's one problem solved.
Nice.
I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Okay, why me? Aren't there better ways of gathering that kind of data?
Well, Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Okay, sounds good. Just tell me what I need to do.
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc.
Okay.
Good luck out there.
Give feedback on the team's proposals. Well, let's talk to them. So we already talked to Frank. Let's talk to Ella Chaudhry.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
I've done a little work on starships, yeah?
Good. We were worried you knew nothing and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Sure. Please tell me what, Yeah, tell me a bit about yourself first.
I'm the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support each other as friends as much as possible, even when we disagree.
Okay.
I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products.
Okay. Tell me what sort of ship you have in mind.
Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
Pirates. I don't know, but I feel like you're going to tell me.
Well, you're no fun. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship, marketed towards citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space
Okay.
exploration
I'll
fueled
dig
by
it.
ordinary people like you and me.
How would I design a ship like that?
I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage or passenger capacity. Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measures. It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
Okay. Not a bad concept, but that seems like it'd be a very niche product.
Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Thanks. I'll refine the idea and propose it next time, I guess.
What do you think of the company?
Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over
I
our
don't really
project?
care for Walter, so...
It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great.
What does your job here entail?
Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use.
Okay.
Bye.
That data from your
Talk
ship is going
to
to be
Mike
critical to our design process.
about Bio.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
Has that been a problem?
Well, how do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable. But no one could agree on anything, and we're running significantly behind because of it.
Well, I'm glad to be of service then.
Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Okay. It's like this project is hard on the engineers. Why is that?
Let me tell you. All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
Okay, but first, what can you tell me about your role here?
Couldn't figure it out from the engineering talk? I'm an engineer, mate. It means I'm the one who's got to put together all these plans and actually make the bloody ship fly. Been doing it for going on 25 years at various star yards.
Okay, so he's
This place
experienced.
would fall apart if not for me. Instead of letting me get to my work, they keep giving me fancy new titles and got me tied up in endless meetings like this one.
Okay. Sounds like a win for your team. Go on.
It's truth, and we need it. The others believe we need to think big and innovate. Reality is, we just need to do what we do better than anyone else. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and
Okay.
no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk.
Okay.
Nothing fancy, no frills.
I like
Just
it.
a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
Okay, I kind of like that. Seems simple enough. Any other design considerations?
Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself.
Okay, I love it. You're on the right track with this idea.
Wait, really? I was expecting we'd have to argue a bit more than that. Well, that's a relief. I hope you're being sincere. Because if I can convince them to go with mine, it'd save us all a lot of trouble in the end.
What do you think of Stroud-Ecklund?
I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Staryards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like.
Okay.
I've been doing this for a while at other Staryards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made.
That's good news. So you're kind of the lead engineer.
Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. Though I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer.
Okay.
I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work.
Got it.
And yet here I am. Resigned to my fate on the R&D team.
You don't like being involved in research and development?
Nope. Not really. I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, and not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am.
Okay. I like him.
I really
Like the idea of a working class, affordable starship. Nev.
Hi. Need something?
Yes, I'm supposed to talk to you about your ship design proposal and give feedback. Yeah, you seem a little on edge. What's wrong?
Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even.
Okay. So I'm sure it's just as good as the others, if not better.
Thank
give
you
her
for
some
saying
confidence.
that, but like, really? I don't know. Whatever. Here goes. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
No, I think that's a good idea. What would it take to design a ship like that?
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales.
Okay. Do you really think that kind of ship is in demand?
I used to go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this.
Okay.
Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
That's a good point. It does sound like a great idea, honestly.
Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it.
You like working here?
So far I do. But, just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have.
What's it like to do marketing for a ship manufacturer like this?
It's
interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous, and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe.
So you mentioned you were new. What did you do before?
Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than
They
that.
are very different than food.
I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired.
Okay.
See you later.
Let's talk to Frank.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
He's definitely confident of himself. Do you think Walter sees in you us?
My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has
Can we
given
fire
me much
this
greater
guy?
control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same.
Can you tell me about yourself?
As a designer, I see the beauty in our craft and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag.
No, of course not.
Rather, my goal is to change the board's perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please.
Okay. Jules asked me to give some feedback on your ship design proposal. Let's hear it.
Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance.
We also already
precision
found out that
engineering.
Stroud-Ecklund
spacecraft
has
for those who wish to be
craft like that.
seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
How would we design a ship like that?
The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. I have better ideas come out of fever dreams.
I'm sure such ideas have been featured in the top trade publications. Perhaps in Talentless Smart Asses Monthly? In fact, you've made me realize that your involvement makes it such that if this project fails, we can point to you as the problem. If anything, I should thank you.
Okay. What's going on, Frank? Why so defensive about your design?
Because I am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that
Maybe
we will
because
make
you're
a
an
better
asshole.
product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before.
Why work here if you seem so unhappy?
Just because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are.
What was that about wanting to sell the ship to celebrities? Why is that so important?
2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept?
Yeah, I think I see what you're getting at.
Of course you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed to sell it.
Okay.
Later.
Well. Oh, do we have to talk to her again as well?
Well, we're making progress now.
I'll
I
give you
guess.
some feedback here.
Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
Is there a lot of demand for starfighters in the consumer market?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them.
Okay, so how would we go about designing a starfighter like that?
We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules.
Yeah, that definitely isn't the way to go. We're not doing military contracts.
Well, never mind then. Maybe I'll have a better chance convincing the others when it comes time to make our final decision.
Okay.
We'll talk later then.
Let's take a picture of our little boardroom here. Or me. Want all of them in the picture. Can I go outside the room? Oh. Oh, damn it. Maybe do like a side view, something like that. Maybe that. Not great, it's so bright in here, but... Okay, I guess we have to do some missions.
Habershaw's in the shop.
What exactly are we supposed to do? Complete a passenger mission, complete a bounty
If
mission.
you're ready to buy.
Or was it or and?
Something else.
Let's do a passenger mission first. Transport traders to Gagarin. Don't have
Well, what do you
me. Free up some space. Grasshopper. Through. Treasure unassigned. Sam unassigned. We now have space.
expect? The Ecklund family.
What? For 3 passengers? Oh, I have to...
Loaded.
Okay. Then Barrett. Unassigned.
Then you throw in Walter Stroud?
Ah. What? 2 passengers. Why not? Current total 0. What? Should have though. Crew 3. Why would I not have passenger size? I don't quite get that.
Still, to go from literally nothing to ships that give tile run.
Guess let's do a bounty hunting one. Both give the same. Let's do that.
For its money.
Have you seen the
do
specs on
that.
the Adonis?
I'd rather be in a ship that can
I
defend.
don't know why we wouldn't have passenger space.
What did you need?
Maybe because everyone is still on here?
Humble with grav drive makes me feel alive.
Maybe we have to stop somewhere for them to leave the ship. Let's see. Jump.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, sweet pea. The old man can always use a laugh.
Okay.
Maybe I have to assign them somewhere else.
Skyscraper in New Atlantis.
This is gonna be good.
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Come on.
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him.
Was that already our mission, or? I think so.
Let me show you how it's done.
There you go.
Ramps down. Do or die.
Hey. Okay, now the passenger mission is optional. I want to try to do that though. Let's loot first. Why is everyone still here? Maybe because I have... only everyone is unassigned. So maybe I just have to stop at like a starport or something? Them to leave me alone? Is this where... yeah, this is where the lodge is. Let's stop at the lodge very quickly. Damn it. Go there. We can assign them to the ship later anyway.
Every time I've got a minute to chat.
All right, you wanted to talk.
Probably not hours though, but no guarantees.
Why are your eyes closed?
So I'm really enjoying our time together. Thought you should know. It's been a long time since I worked with someone so closely. I didn't realize how much I missed it. And you haven't stopped me from looking into this stuff with Irvin either. So, thank you.
Why would I stop you?
Well, there's a school of thought that you shouldn't go chasing ghosts. And they're probably right. Ghosts are spooky.
They are.
But maybe this isn't that kind of chase. And Irvin's case is far from dead.
It matters to you, it matters to me.
See, that's what makes you a good captain in my book. You're supportive. On that note, I do have some news about Irvin's case. So, I wanted to let you know that I heard back from my contact, and I think you'll want to hear this. They sent me a copy of some public records. It's interesting. There was a claim filed against Irvin, accusing him of damaging their investments. Looks like Irvin didn't even enter a plea.
Okay, so what was the settlement?
Some of Irvin's paychecks were seized, as well as any assets that weren't under joint ownership.
Who brought the case to court?
The Hephaestus Mining Corporation. And they also won the case.
I don't understand how Irvin could be guilty of that.
Well, if it was Irvin, I do want to understand that. Because I just can't believe it. Anyway, this mining corporation, Hephaestus, sued Irvin, claiming he irreparably damaged their mine. They said he killed the apex predators in the area around the mine, which led to herd creatures overeating the grasses. That caused the soils to release too many gases too fast, which cost Hephaestus a ton of money.
It's unlikely that disrupting the ecosystem would affect gas extraction that quickly.
Thank you. So, is this a cover-up? If so, of what? And why did it involve Irvin? So anyway, according to the court documents, there was a witness for the defense, who was a no-show too. Then Hephaestus won by default. They tried to take his apartment, but because it's in my name too, they couldn't.
Okay, so is your contact still available for work?
Yes. We plan to stay in the same system for a while.
Why did the witness didn't show up?
Their testimony the morning of the trial. Said they had a sincere change of heart.
Okay. Did you know about the apartment before this?
I didn't know he bought it. Must have been a better deal than renting for the time he was there.
Hey, free apartment.
Kinda. I had a mountain of back taxes to pay, and utilities, and repairs. It would have been far better for my pockets had I just donated it to the city. But I'm glad I didn't. There may be clues there about his case. So here's what I was thinking. I can persuade my contact to keep digging a little bit more. I don't want to press our luck, so I'll just ask them to follow up on one thing. Should I tell them to investigate the company more, or look into the witness instead?
Let's go for the witness, I think. What did we find out by investigating the company?
I just want to know why they picked Irvin. Why did they set him up?
What do you want to find out with the witness?
I wonder what his real reason was for retracting his testimony. Did he report anything to security?
Ooh. Can pay him to do both. Yeah, pay a smuggler contact to investigate both.
For that much money? They'll do it. You know, this investigation is time-consuming, but it's also pretty cathartic. And who knows?
Hopefully also eye-opening.
Maybe if we solve
some
this
point.
case, it'll mean a better future for Gagarin. But that's thinking too far ahead. Anyway, Captain, thanks for checking in with me.
You're welcome. Let's go separate ways. Your eyes are closed.
Sure.
Okay. Let's enter the lodge. Then need a passenger mission. Don't we have a mission board down here? Also, now that we got the spacesuit thing, yeah, we can research some more. Almost done there. Hack mods. Missing a little bit, but okay. There's a mission board. That's just Constellation mission. Okay. And let's go back to the station. Maybe we can pick up a passenger mission now. If not, then I don't know what the reason is, honestly. At this point. Do stock.
I can't decide which model to get.
My business is switching to Stroud-Ecklund.
Okay, transport. 4 scientists, 2 traders. Can we... You don't have space in your ship for these passengers. We don't have any passenger space in our ship right now. How can we add that? Wait, where's the guy who...
Welcome to Stroud-Ecklund.
Avershaw can help you if you need anything.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
Are you ready to do some business?
There you go.
If you need anything, just ask. Oh, you've come?
So, okay. We have like 3 crew modules. Add. Weapon base, landing bay, cargo, cockpits, crew station, crew, class, engines, fuel tanks, gear, grav drives, HAPs. Oh, there we go. Passenger slots. And crew station. Passengers. So... Okay, I see. So... should be able, because I think this is the same one that I have. It's just it's gonna be a mess too. Gotta put everything, take it all there. We'll have to reattach all that, but okay. So passenger slots. Crew station 6 or 3 passenger slots. That would make us even more bulky. But I mean, at this point. But I hate that. But then, like, it's just weirdly on the side like this. That is strange. Passenger slots 2. Maybe this. That back there. That's there. This is not as long as the other one. Oh boy. I'm probably able to put this somewhere else. Put that there. And this we can put there. And we should be able to put a landing gear in the front. This would then be deleted. Couldn't have that. We can get rid of that. So that would at least technically work. Put like a porthole there. Hey. Oh, select it. There you go. Okay, so new cruise station. Can I have a different cockpit now that we're at it? 4 cruise stations. Maybe oh, also increases cargo. Oh, but I can't touch those. It's too bad. I need to find something somewhere to attach. But why can't I? Oh, because it's the one that goes underneath. That there. There. 5 errors. Oh, now this would be fine. Okay. Like all, and then do our little. I want the green. Nice dark green. Did it select all? There we go. Select all. Color. There we go. This is what I want. There we go. Okay, let's do it. Accept. Now we should be able to do a passenger mission. Two passenger seats. Let's do that. Okay. The Wagoner farm. We've been there. But this also means we should now be able to assign our crew again. Let's put crew from any location can be assigned to a landed ship. Why? Oh, to a landed ship. Because we're not. Okay. Okay. Then undock. Ooh, yeah. Fancy new cockpit. Okay. On Terra Luna, we've been there before at the Wagoner farm. Howdy there. Okay, we completed that. check out the inside. But we've changed a few things. Ooh. Okay, now we have beds again. It's nice. Can't use that as a cooking station, unfortunately. The cockpit. Ooh, look at this. Fancy. Where's my captain's locker? Where is my cargo access? A fancy pilot seat, but where's my... Okay, just gotta get used to that. Then we should be able to assign our crew now that we're landed. Okay, Grasshopper. We want Barrett with us. Sam with us. And who else do we want? Let's take Vasco since he has pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I can based on some stats. Okay. Now we should be able to return to Jules. Redock the Stroud-Ecklund Staryard and continue our quest of trying to come up with a good design. A bit of wild driving around, but flying around, but sometimes it be like that. And then there will be
Ship is now docked.
Times where we
didn't even smudge the paint.
Are just fighting our way through an episode today. A little bit
Lay it on me.
calmer, a little more quiet. Alright.
Excusez-moi. Okay, let's go.
Let's head back out. Oh, do we have anything cool here? Oh, we actually, when we install that, we actually have something to look out. That is cool. Still don't have... I wonder... because I want the crafting stations in my ship, and like the first one had it, obviously. But it doesn't seem to tell me in the descriptions which ones might have crafting station in them. Or maybe I'm just missing it. Very possible. Let's talk to Jules.
My business is switching to Stroud-Ecklund. It just makes sense.
We're all super glad you're here.
Another market
right?
research.
The ship design is, you know, it works in some ways.
Oh.
In others, it's, you know, probably fine. But it might have a touch of feature creep. But it looks, you know, nice.
So you managed to complete a couple different missions. This will give us lots of data to support building a ship that can tackle a variety of scenarios. Of course, if we build a ship like that, we may need the kitchen sink budget, but we'll see. Thanks for your help. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right?
Okay, why does it seem like you're asking me to do some sort of Herculean task?
Because I'd be lying if I told you it wasn't. And as long as I'm being honest, it's kind of my fault. I had this idea that we should all collaborate on the design because I thought it'd give us the best results. And I'm not willing to give up on that idea. But it's made this challenging because it made everyone equally invested and no one wants to give up anything.
Yep. I'll make sure everyone's working together.
You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently?
Can persuade people. What have you tried so far?
Okay, for real. It's mostly been just a bunch of arguing. First, we tried a group brainstorming session, and that went about as well as you can imagine. We tried individual designs, but that backfired. We've had meetings focused on individual aspects of the ship, and that just prolonged the process. I could have put my foot down and made a decision, but then I'd be giving up on my idea that collaboration will build us the best ship. That, and I don't want anyone to resign because of me.
Okay. Yeah, the only fair thing to do is to make everyone give up one compromise.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise.
Yep.
This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here.
Yeah.
So you're sure about this?
Now let's do it.
Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally.
Nice.
Frank, please. Everybody, listen. Let's give this a chance, okay? Okay.
Well, here goes nothing. Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up one major aspect of your design. It's the fairest way to do this, and ultimately, I think it's going to make our collective design choices a lot easier. Who wants to start?
Awesome.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. All right, look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo base.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment? As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Come on, Frank.
What? I already agreed to cut a significant portion of the luxury features. Remember? I shouldn't need to cut anything else.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing.
Right. So what now?
This is going great.
Now that we've unblocked ourselves, tell me
fantastic.
about the ship we're making.
Based on the decisions you made, it looks like we're going to end up with a very reasonable ship design. I have no worries about the feasibility of manufacturing and selling it.
Okay, do you think your team will run into this issue again?
I hope not, but it's possible. If the ship sells well enough, the board will have no problem increasing the budget next time. The data you gathered for us will last a while too, and I think I picked up some useful techniques from you to help us work together better.
Can you go into more detail about the ship we're making?
It's going to be a smaller, sleeker, mid-range ship. I think it'll be best suited for an average consumer. Not too expensive, the ability to add a few options here and there, moderately defensible. It'll be decent for several use cases, but won't really excel at anything in particular.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
That's it? I want a free ship. How about that? Yes. Okay. I'll wait. Talk to Walter. Where is he? Where's Waltito?
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Yeah, we're just visiting the lodge, bro. I'm down. Wait, why can't I... What? Maybe because we're being scanned?
And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Hey. Let's land. Okay, Walter, where are you?
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Hey, Walter.
Hope my employees don't give you too much trouble.
Indicates that you
So I managed to get your new
good
ship project
health.
back on track.
Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived.
Okay.
I've got to say I'm impressed with it. It's a bit safe, but also an elegant evolution of our past designs. I think it's going to be a great addition to our fleet. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally,
okay,
I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Staryard. Thanks again.
Nice. I want my ship. Yeah, let's... Wait. I want to go back. Where was it? Was it in the Narian? I think it was. There. I want my free ship. Means that we have to, again, just fly back and forth, but... want to see what we created.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh?
Time to cycle the airline and move.
Okay.
We already heard it.
It's called Space.
Where's the dude?
You have a good day.
Hey,
Well, I think you'll find we have some tempting options for you.
let's see your ships.
Absolutely.
Privateer. Roanoke. Galileo. Warwolf. Pretty interesting designs, but how do I get it? Maybe it's not done yet?
Very concerned about the new Stroud-Ecklund models.
These ships are nice, but compared to a Trident?
How do I get my new ship? But that I could pick it up here.
Havershaw's in the showroom if you're ready to buy.
So...
Nice to see you again. How can... In my opinion, yes. Trident and Tayo both value style over substance in their own way. Deimos is positively ancient, very set in their ways. And Hope Tech? Well, you don't look like you want a space barge.
Okay.
We got something for everyone.
But I don't even know what the new one would be. Like which of those would be the new one? Galileo? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I already... Oh, I already got it. Yes, that is the new one. The Kepler S. Okay. Can I modify some
If
things
you need
there?
anything, just ask. A wise choice.
We automatically got it. Upgrade. Check the design rank 4. What? So. There's like no weapons. Does have a lot of cargo. Good. Alright, skills. I'm a little confused about this, but we'll figure it out at some point. I think this is a good time to end the episode, and then next time we probably go back into some action. Actually, let's see what we will do. Yeah, maybe we'll do the Ryujin quest, continue there, kind of see how that turns out. We need to get that rare mineral, maybe then get the NeuroAm version prototype, and then see if Imogen is truly innocent, or if there will be more twists and turns in that story. Thank you all for watching today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Starfield very soon. Until then, have a great time.